What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're on the B series, and I know a lot of people, not a lot, some people are kind of mad that we went away from the Vesa on this account. However, it just seems like the way that we are going to go for the more cookie cutter style build. And again, some people are mad we're going the cookie cutter build, but we have so many other series and accounts that we highlight that are doing something weird and different that I feel like, once again, this B series needs to be something that is a little bit more relatable. The one question I had is, people are saying that we had a crazy treasure train, but like if we actually take a look, see what we have, like, we don't really have anything. So I was a little confused why people were saying our treasure train was crazy good. I don't know what or how or what people are talking about. This is a very, if anything, this is an underpowered treasure train. A lot of people were saying they have at least 500,000 to 1 million in a very similar spot. So that's why I'm like, we have a little bit more power in certain areas where we don't have as much power in other areas. And again, this is still kind of like the end of the mid-game push, kind of. It's not even quite full end game yet because we're only on chapter 3. I feel like end game kind of starts more when you're at the power level of chapter 4, 5, and 6 of the Void campaign. Again, that's all up into interpretation on what you guys think end game is, but me personally, that's kind of what I'm thinking. We do have like all the monsters done, which we have so many resources. They need new monsters. They need to do something with monsters. I don't know what, but they need to do something with it. So today we're going to do some pushing in some game modes. One of the things we actually need to focus on is the continuous push in Realms Gate. Right now we're only at 109, and that is our max. So we're going to enter here and we're going to go through and see if we can beat these bosses a little bit easier now. What? Okay, all right. Dailies are fun, right, guys? This is why you don't smash. Oh my goodness. And no, that was not me that smashed either, so don't go and say Barry. Oh man, that's a little embarrassing. We'll have to see, can we actually win battles with our other heroes. And again, we're not going to go for Giant Killer. I think even if we hit a Giant Killer copy in one of these Solo Awakening Galas, what we're going to do is just like sell it off on the auction house and then use the resources on the account to, like, I don't know, buy treasure train tickets or something like that. Either way, yeah, no, we still have enough power to beat these even without the Aspen. So pushing up to 120 shouldn't be too difficult here, it doesn't look like. Yeah, no, we're still pushing really far now, and now we finally get our Aspen back. Thank you. Now we push this up to 110, and then we can just go ahead and smash this out with the addition of our main hero this time. So we'll just get that going there. Silly minds. One thing we're doing is, I don't want to go crazy on these eggs. I know we have a ridiculous amount of them. What I'm going to do is just let them slowly cook one at a time. We're not going to force a bunch of them through. We're just going to kind of go with what we can do with what we got. One thing we do need to do is finish leveling these up, though, a little bit so we can continue to go up, but Stardust is an issue, and that's something we are going to focus on. At some point, we are going to have to retool this. I want to build a level 140 tenant, or not tenant, not transcendence pet, but star spawn to go along with our transcendence one, so we can start cooking the additional eggs. And yeah, we're still going as far as Cloud Island goes. We're slowly building this up, but again, the main thing we need to look for in events coming up are the master toolboxes. Those are going to be very important for us to get resources. Two things I want to do today, potentially. Aspen dungeon needs to be done, and then eventually we do need to try to push Sealand further. We should be able to get much further than Sealand 26, I believe, with the power that we have now. So let's take a look and see what we have for Aspen dungeon. I can't remember where we were stuck. So here's the big question I have is, do I run a speed setup with A and B and try to see how that works out for us? Go pure speed, and that gives us what? A grand total of 2452. That's a nice number. I think we might actually do that. Go for a speed A and B setup with crit damage and crit chance. Yeah, that's definitely worthwhile in my opinion. We still, of course, can't unlock this just yet because we are still slowly accumulating these resources. Everybody else can kind of just go in however. He might help with like the Amun Ra waves is my hope. I hope in my dream, but we are going to build him more offensive first. I want him to be able to kill some of these waves potentially. I'm going to go crit damage. We're gonna go for more offensive stats here as well, and we'll see how this turns out. Gonna be slow, but maybe he can help us out, and then we'll put some of our other heroes in as well with just random setups to see maybe they can clear a wave here or there. Let's get our squad in. Let's see where we're at. We got 6 demon potions, and we are at Purgatory 50. So going for speed might not be the best idea here. Oh, geez, and immediately we have an Amun-Ra wave, which means this run could be over very, very quickly. We do need to use a demon potion, I believe, on the Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok to test out and see what the damage looks like. We do not do much damage. Oh, lordy, we are done for. So even though we went for the speed setup, that's not really going to mean much. Unless we can CC immediately. Oh, no, of course she did not get feared. Good old Amun-Ra. You gotta love it, right, guys? The fact that she can just nuke your... feels so bad. So bad. So yeah, there's gonna be a twofold thing we're doing here today. The second one is going to be some seal land action. So we still have some really good stat lines here. I think we can run it the way we have him right now, although we could probably... I go for attack and attack here. Let's just see where we're at stats wise, because remember, we just gained a ton of attack here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we can take this wave out a lot easier now. Do have some decent support heroes. Honestly, just putting a couple more of you in the lineup is most likely the best option. Make sure we equip everything, got everything good to go. We do have a much stronger Phantom Defier Elena as well, so that might help keep us alive even longer. I don't know if the A and B is the pick, or if we should go for something more offensive, like, he's not taking really any damage. Oh, so this is the difference. Previously, we were stuck on this wave. Now, with that additional, like, 3 million attack, you can see what's going on now, right? The fact that we have 2 different CCs on us, though, is pretty annoying. Maybe going for... Maybe. Oh man, this is gonna get sketchy because we have to kill them like twice. It's close. No, yeah, we got it. Cool. I was gonna say maybe we have to go with a more offensive look, which is of course the melodic strings, but I'm gonna try to keep. Honestly, might try to keep Elena alive in the back row a little longer. Honestly, just putting him in the front row to tank some hits really would not be bad. Because he's just blocking everything with that A and B, and he's like not taking any damage. And like I said, we don't have a treasure train like at all. We haven't done any tickets on this event. We haven't done like anything. It's not like we have a ton of stellar shards just sitting around. It's just we got to be able to kill them fast enough. And the A and B is cool and all. It's tanky. I just don't think we need to go this tanky because like it's literally to the point that's making us kind of regret our decisions. I wonder if he's fast enough to do this. Losing both the stone and the artifact speed. He still goes first. Does make him a lot squishier. But every time he uses an active, he full heals, which is cool. Which is kind of looking like almost every round, really. Every other round at the latest. Oh, that was really close. Oh my goodness, that was really close. But you can see the damage difference is like night and day. So maybe even getting further might work out pretty good. This is going to allow us to generate more Cloud Island resources as well, which is going to be really big for us. Elena actually staying alive with some dodges. Oh, that stun doesn't do anything because it's after we get to go, which thankfully we still have the speed advantage because our Cloud Island is so advanced, which is awesome. The boss on this wave coming up might be faster than us, though. That's the only question I have. Just don't know if the boss is going to be faster or not. These waves seem to not even be an issue. This should kill one target. Elena's still kicking, which is really good. The dodges are happening, and it's actually paying off very well. Even a ton of shielding now, too. So she's going to stay alive like this entire battle, which is awesome. There we go. Nice to see it. I love it. All right, now the boss wave. So this is where it can get a little sketchy, I think. Nope, we still go before the boss, which is very important here. Very, very important. She also has a demon belt, which means she's not too tanky. That is Phantom Fire Elena, but it does feed some additional energy to our Aspen to get additional actives off, and I think we're going to be perfectly fine here. Doing tons of AoE damage when he kills a target off, which is awesome. Again, right here, big AoE damage is going to revive, so we're going to have to use a basic on the back row, but next attack, we win. There we go. Like to see it. On to 29. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually brings us to 30 at this point. You know what? I don't even think I have an artifact on Drake. I think I just thought of that. We don't even have an artifact on Drake. The fears are kind of helping us out not take as many hits. We do have some dodge layers, but I think that's going to run out. Yeah, 29. I think if we could do this one with an A and B for some damage reduction, it might be good. We also might want to just change the order of our heroes around. Honestly, putting him in the front row isn't the worst thing. Maybe it kind of is. I don't know, because if Elena's alive in the back row supporting him, it could work just fine. What if we were to do something like this? Put him in the front row with a carry so that there's chances to really get a ton of dodging off. Elena is living longer, I will say that much. I mean, Aspen's getting some dodges, so it is kind of RNG dependent, but yeah, here's where he's gonna proc, and then so maybe this is the cap right now. 28 might be the cap, but hey, that's 2 further than we were previously at. It could, oh, we really needed an active right there, but we did keep them feared in the back row, and as long as we keep them feared, it's going to drain energy and make it so they don't attack us. We actually still have some dodge layers floating around us, which is nice from Phantom Fire Elena. Big active, big heal. Oh my gosh, we just didn't have the damage at that point. That is surprising. Maybe going for like an Antlers Cane is the better look, because then we're getting precision and skill damage on top of everything else. And once you get past for like round 7, technically you start doing more damage. That could be the better option. The heals from Elena are kind of nice. I need Elena to dodge a ton of these attacks. I just need her to dodge so much. Keep herself alive, that's going to be a huge difference, because she's going to feed more energy to our Aspen, which might make a difference in the number of attacks he gets. With actives, right here he uses it, and then she... Oh, no. Again, him keeping them locked down is good, but the fact that they revive is the biggest issue. Yeah, we just don't have the damage right now. Even with all the bonuses and the upgrades we have damage-wise, just not quite there. It's really, really close. But again, we have to kill all the other targets essentially 2 more times, because, yeah, that's not going to happen. It's close looking, not quite there, but that's kind of the difference now of having a 7.7 million attack versus, what was it, like a 4.3 4.5 million attack, because we changed our heroes around and optimized a little bit. Now, one thing I am also doing currently is I am building up a Betty and investing some resources in her. Can we actually max this out real quick? No, we can't. That's going to take a little while. So we are going to have a Betty. We're going to slowly build her up. The only thing that's holding me back from making her up to an E5 right now, is the want to do this. Like, I've already gone and gotten a couple copies. I couldn't keep hitting this button. It was I literally hit pity, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this again. I'm not. I got to like 33 for the second copy. I'm like, that's not happening. It just takes so many swaps to get a guaranteed copy. I wish there was an auto smash button for 100, but yeah, this is going pretty good. And again, if you guys have complaints or anything, leave them in the comments down below. I'm trying to explain why I'm doing specific things to make this more cookie cutter so that everybody can relate to it and see what we do and compare it to their account. Because if, again, the whole reason for the B series is a relatable account for people in this situation. Now, of course, we have like a bunch of extra Transcendence heroes, but those aren't being used anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. The big thing is the main power on our heroes and not going over a B+ copy to kind of get into the pay to win side of things. Yes, it's a VIP 6, but we really haven't done any spending in a very long time on this account, and we're just going to pick up where it's at and continue on. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.